And that ICE shooting comes just weeks after the Charlie Kirk murder. In both instances, federal, state, and local leaders are putting political violence at the forefront. Fox 7's Jenna King also in studio tonight with what they're saying. Jenna.
Yeah, Mike, many leaders sending their thoughts to the life lost while also blaming the shooting on political rhetoric.
The rhetoric has to stop. There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing acts of violence against ICE employees.
The aftermath causing leaders on both sides of the aisle to weigh in, turning it into a blame game. Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, saying, quote, "These horrendous killings must serve as a wake-up call to the far left that their rhetoric about ICE has consequences," end quote. Vice President J.D. Vance sharing Noem's post, saying, quote, "The obsessive attack on law enforcement, particularly ICE, must stop." Governor Abbott saying the, quote, "cowardly act won't impede on the efforts to secure the border, enforce immigration law, and ensure law and order." Senator Ted Cruz also calling it politically motivated at a news conference after the shooting.
This needs to stop. Violence is wrong. Politically motivated violence is wrong. It was 2 weeks ago today that we saw a political assassination in Utah that tore the heart out of much of this country. This is the third shooting in Texas directed at ICE or CBP. This must stop. To every politician who is using rhetoric demonizing ICE and demonizing CBP, stop.
On the other side of the aisle, Representative Lloyd Doggett saying, quote, "As details continue to emerge about a tragic shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas, my concern is for the victims and their families, as well as the endless cycle of gun violence. Blame and threats of political retribution only make matters worse," end quote. Congressman Joaquin Castro saying, quote, "This is a heartbreaking act of violence. All of us need to reject extremism in our politics and come together to prevent tragedies like this," end quote. And State Representative Rafael Chia saying in part, quote, "This is not about politics. Every person who values their neighbor must denounce violence in all forms and commit to meaningful action to address the gun violence epidemic." Yeah, immigration enforcement has been a top priority for the Trump administration since January. This year, we've seen anti-ICE protests erupt around the country, including right here in Austin in June. Those ICE facility shootings happening in July and now September. Mike.